Guys, I want to show you how to make a vinyl sticker for your car, for water bottles or whatever you want. This is going to be a cutout. I'm going to use my just premium vinyl. This is removable matte, so this will come off of car windows, stuff like that, without damaging anything. So we are going to use this and my Cricut machine, and I will give you a little rundown. Okay, so I have my Cricut maker right here, and I've got it turned on, and I'm just opening up my Cricut vinyl. So I love German Shepherds. I have 2 at my house, and so I decided I wanted to create a decal to go in my car that shows how much I love them. Because besides my kids, they are pretty much my most favorite thing. So I created these 2 different designs in Cricut Design Space. So I have my vinyl, and I'm going to just cut this little tape off right here. I love all my Cricut tools. I think my X-Acto knife is one of my most favorites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this to my Cricut maker right here, and it connects by USB. So I'll just connect it like that. Okay, so we'll put this over here so it's kind of out of the way. And I have my mat. I'm going to use just the standard grip mat. I also have the light grip and the fabric grip, but we're going to just stick with this. What I'm going to do is cut a piece that's roughly the same size. First of all, actually, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go over here. What I've done is I have attached these so that when I go to make it, right here, I've got one here, and then it's actually on 2 different ones. So maybe I'll make them slightly smaller so they will fit onto one. So I'll do about 5 inches. Let's try that and see if they fit on one. There we go. Okay, so I've got both of them on there. So I wanted to see, I can't decide which one I want to actually put on my car. My daughter wanted one for her water bottle, so I may make one of them smaller for that. So we'll do this one smaller. She could put that on her water bottle, about 3 inches. All right, and then maybe we'll make this one slightly bigger. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to make mine. This shows that it's about 6 inches. So I'm gonna cut about 7 inches worth of product. So I don't wanna have to waste it. So I'll do 7 inches. So I'm just gonna make a little cut right there, okay? With my X-Acto knife. Then I'm gonna use my Cricut cutter. Just to cut my straight line where that mark was. So it was right over there. Okay. And we're just gonna give it a nice cut. Just like that. And then... Okay, now it's time to weed this design. So I'm using my weeding tool. I'm just gonna grab the corner very carefully and pull up all the cut vinyl that I'm not going to use for this design. So I tend to be very careful around words and letters because I don't want it to pull up anything small that might, be more vulnerable. But this is a pretty easy design. And then I'm going to take that sharp little weeding tool and I'm going to pull out the little centers of the A and the R's and the P. You'll see I'm using my Cricut Bright Pad, which has 3 different light levels, making it really easy to see the design. Now I'm going to take my transfer tape and I'm going to just use my scissors to cut a piece that's going to be the same size as my design. I'm not measuring or anything, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So I'm just cutting it just slightly bigger than the cut. Now we need to remove the paper backing to the transfer tape, and I carefully take one corner and begin to lay it down on the design, just so that I make sure there's no air bubbles or that anything gets folded up and stuck together. And I'm going to use this tool. I call it a scraper tool. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I use this to kind of burnish the design to the transfer tape, and so it comes off easier from the backing of the vinyl. And as you can see, the design is now on the transfer tape, which is what we want. Isn't that cute? Okay, now it's time to put it on the car. Now I'm going to line it up where I want it, and I'm going to carefully push it onto the window, make sure it's a clean window, and then I use the same tool and I'm going to burnish it onto the window. And this will help it to stay on really well.